Aboard the Starship Horizon, the hum of advanced machinery filled the air, a symphony of progress echoing through the vastness of space. Alex Turner, an exobiologist with a heart as boundless as the universe, meticulously studied a vibrant piece of alien flora in his lab. The walls were adorned with holographic displays of distant galaxies, a testament to humanity's relentless pursuit of knowledge. The silence was broken by a series of urgent beeps. Alex glanced up at the control panel, his curiosity piqued. A distress signal, weak but persistent, blinked on the screen. It originated from an uncharted planet just a few light-years away. Alex's fingers danced over the controls, isolating the signal and analyzing its source. "Dr. Turner, you're needed on the bridge," came the voice of Captain Reynolds over the intercom. Alex sighed, knowing the protocol. Distress signals were to be reported and assessed by the command crew, not by a curious exobiologist. Still, the mystery gnawed at him. As he made his way to the bridge, the corridors buzzed with the activity of a diverse crew, each member a piece of the puzzle that kept the Horizon functioning. On the bridge, the atmosphere was tense. Captain Reynolds, a seasoned explorer with a stern demeanor, stood at the helm. Her sharp eyes met Alex's as he entered. "Dr. Turner, we received a distress signal from a nearby planet." "What do you make of this?" she asked. Her tone measured. Alex examined the data, his mind racing. "It's faint, but it seems genuine. The source appears to be intelligent, possibly alien," Reynolds nodded thoughtfully. "Protocol dictates we wait for authorization to investigate. But we've been out here long enough to know that sometimes protocol needs bending." A murmur of agreement rippled through the crew. Alex felt a surge of hope. "I volunteer to investigate, Captain. I can take the shuttle and be back within hours." Reynolds scrutinized him for a moment before nodding. "Take a small team and proceed with caution, Dr. Turner. We can't afford unnecessary risks." Within the hour, Alex was descending through the planet's atmosphere, the shuttle shaking as it penetrated the thick clouds. The landscape that emerged below was a mix of jagged mountains and dense forests, illuminated by the setting sun of an alien world. "Dr. Turner, readings indicate a life form approximately 200 meters to the east," said Zara, the shuttle's AI. Alex and his team, equipped with advanced scanning devices, navigated the rugged terrain. They reached a clearing where the signal was strongest and found a small, makeshift cage. Inside was a young girl, her skin a shimmering blue, her eyes wide with fear. "She's Lyran," Alex whispered, recognizing the distinct features of the peaceful alien race. "What are the Zarkans doing here?" As he approached the cage, the girl recoiled, her distrust evident. "It's okay, I'm here to help," Alex said softly, his voice carrying the sincerity that defined him. The girl's eyes flickered with confusion, then hope. Alex carefully dismantled the cage, helping her out. She stumbled, her strength sapped from days of captivity. Alex caught her, supporting her weight. "Let's get you out of here," he said, guiding her back to the shuttle. His mind raced with questions about the Zarkans' presence and their motives. But for now, his priority was the girl. As they lifted off, the girl spoke for the first time, her voice trembling. "Thank you, my name is Lyra." Alex smiled, a sense of purpose igniting within him. "I'm Alex. You're safe now, Lyra. We'll figure this out together." The journey back to the Horizon was filled with a mix of relief and anticipation. Alex knew that rescuing Lyra was just the beginning. The Zarkans were up to something, and it was up to him to uncover their plans and protect the fragile piece of the galaxy. The Horizon's medical bay was a flurry of activity as Alex and his team carefully transferred Lyra onto a diagnostic bed. Her luminous blue skin contrasted sharply with the sterile white surroundings. Alex watched anxiously as the medical AI, Meta, scanned her. "She is malnourished and dehydrated but otherwise stable," Meta reported. "With proper care, she will recover." Lyra's eyes fluttered open, her gaze darting around the unfamiliar environment. Alex stepped closer, his demeanor gentle. "You're safe now, Lyra. We're going to take care of you." She nodded weakly, her fear giving way to exhaustion. As she drifted into a restful sleep, Alex felt a mix of relief and determination. He needed answers, but Lyra's well-being came first. Hours later, in the privacy of the debriefing room, Alex faced Captain Reynolds and the senior officers. The gravity of the situation weighed heavily on him. "Dr. Turner, what have you learned?" Reynolds asked, her eyes sharp with concern. Alex recounted the rescue, describing the Zarkan presence and Lyra's captivity. "The Zarkans are known for their aggression, but this is unprecedented. They must have a specific reason for targeting the Lyrans," Reynolds nodded. "We need to understand their motives. Dr. Turner, I want you to speak with Lyra as soon as she's able. We must assess the threat and prepare for any possible retaliation." As Alex returned to the medical bay, he found Lyra awake and sitting up. Her eyes clearer but still wary. He approached slowly, offering a warm smile. "How are you feeling, Lyra?" "Better," she replied softly. "Thank you, Alex. I was afraid I would never see my home again." Alex pulled up a chair, sitting at eye level with her. "Can you tell me what happened? Why were the Zarkans holding you?" Lyra took a deep breath, gathering her thoughts. "I am an emissary from my planet, sent to negotiate peaceful relations with other worlds. The Zarkans intercepted our vessel. They wanted information about our defenses, our technology. They believe the Lyrans have a weapon that could threaten their supremacy." Alex's mind raced. "Do you have such a weapon?" She shook her head vehemently. "No, we are a peaceful people. The Zarkans misunderstood our technology. It's designed for planetary protection, not warfare." Alex's resolve hardened. "We need to get this information to the Galactic Council. The Zarkans must be stopped." Just then, the ship's alarm blared, and a voice came over the intercom. "All personnel to battle stations. Zarkan ships approaching." Alex's heart pounded as he and Lyra hurried to the bridge. The view screen displayed 3 Zarkan warships, their menacing silhouettes stark against the starry backdrop. "Captain Reynolds, they're demanding we hand over the Lyran girl," the communications officer reported. Reynolds turned to Alex, her expression grim. "We can't let them have her. Prepare for evasive maneuvers." The horizon shuddered as the first barrage of Zarkan fire hit. Alex guided Lyra to a secure seat, then took his place at the tactical station. His mind raced through possible strategies. "Captain, we need to buy time to get a distress signal to the Galactic Council," Alex suggested. "If they know we're under attack, they can send reinforcements," Reynolds nodded. "Do it." As the ship rocked with another hit, Alex sent the distress signal, hoping it would reach help in time. The Horizon's weapons fired back, but the Zarkans were relentless, their superior firepower evident. "Shields at 50%, the tactical officer reported. Lyra's voice was steady despite the chaos. "Alex, there's something I haven't told you. Our planetary protection system can be activated remotely. If I can access the mainframe, I might be able to create a diversion." Alex's eyes widened. "Do it." With trembling hands, Lyra interfaced with the Horizon systems. The bridge was tense, every second feeling like an eternity. Then, a soft hum filled the air as Lyra's program activated, "Diverting power to the planetary defense system," she said. Suddenly, a bright beam shot from the horizon, creating a temporary energy field around the ship. The Zarkan ships paused, their sensors confused by the unexpected defense. "Now, Captain," Alex urged. "We can break through their line." Reynolds didn't hesitate. Full speed ahead, the Horizon surged forward, slipping through the gap created by Lyra's diversion. The Zarkans, momentarily disoriented, scrambled to regroup, but it was too late. The Horizon was already beyond their immediate reach. As the ship sailed to safety, the crew erupted in relieved cheers. Alex turned to Lyra, gratitude and admiration in his eyes. "You did it, Lyra. You saved us." Lyra smiled, a mix of relief and triumph. "We did it together, Alex." The crisis averted for now. Alex knew their journey was far from over. The Zarkans would not give up easily, and the Galactic Council needed to be warned. But with Lyra by his side, he felt a newfound sense of hope and determination. Together, they would face whatever challenges lay ahead. The horizon streaked through the stars, putting distance between itself and the Zarkan warships. The crew's momentary relief quickly gave way to a sobering realization: they were not out of danger yet. The Zarkans would regroup and pursue them relentlessly. On the bridge, Captain Reynolds issued rapid-fire commands, her demeanor as steely as ever. "We need to prepare for another encounter," she declared. "They'll be on us again soon." Alex stood next to Lyra, who was monitoring the ship's systems. He could see the determination in her eyes, a fierce resolve mirroring his own. "Lyra, do you think you can enhance our shields with your technology?" he asked. Lyra nodded. "Yes, but it will only be a temporary boost. We must use it wisely." "Do it," Reynolds ordered. "And everyone, brace yourselves. This is going to be rough." As Lyra worked, Alex joined the tactical station, readying the ship's defenses. The Zarkan ships reappeared on the sensors, their approach swift and menacing. The Horizon's crew tensed, knowing the battle was imminent. "They're hailing us," the communications officer announced, on screen. Reynolds commanded. The main viewscreen flickered, revealing the face of a Zarkan commander, his expression cold and calculating. "Surrender the Lyran girl, and we might spare your ship," he said, his voice dripping with malice. Reynolds stood firm. "We will not hand her over. Your aggression ends here." The Zarkan commander's eyes narrowed. "Then prepare to be destroyed." The viewscreen went dark, and the Zarkan ships opened fire. The Horizon rocked violently as energy blasts struck its shields. Alex held on to his console, his mind racing. He glanced at Lyra, who was furiously typing commands into the ship's computer. "Shields at 30%, the tactical officer reported. "Lyra. Now!" Alex shouted. Lyra activated her enhancements, and the Horizon's shields flared with a bright blue light, absorbing the Zarkan fire more effectively. It bought them precious seconds, but Alex knew they needed more than defense to survive this. "Captain, we need to take the offensive," he said. "If we can disable their lead ship, it might throw them into disarray." Reynolds nodded, her eyes steely. "Target their engines. All weapons, fire at will." The Horizon's cannons roared to life, unleashing a barrage of energy blasts at the lead Zarkan ship. Explosions rippled across its hull, but it remained operational. The Zarkans returned fire, their relentless assault testing the limits of the enhanced shields. "Shields at 10%, the tactical officer shouted. Alex's heart pounded. Desperation clawed at him, but he refused to give in. "Lyra, can you create another diversion?" Lyra's fingers flew over the controls. "I can overload their sensors, but it will take a few moments." "We don't have a few moments," Reynolds said grimly. "Prepare for impact." Suddenly, an idea struck Alex. "Captain, if we can get close enough, I can launch a boarding pod and disable their ship from the inside." Reynolds stared at him, weighing the risks. "It's a long shot, it's our best shot," Alex insisted. Reynolds gave a curt nod. "Do it." As the Horizon closed the distance, Alex prepared the boarding pod. He turned to Lyra, who placed a small device in his hand. "This will disrupt their systems for a short time. Use it wisely." "Thank you, Lyra," Alex said, squeezing her hand briefly. "I'll be back." The pod launched, and Alex felt the familiar rush of adrenaline as it hurtled toward the Zarkan ship. The docking clamps engaged with a metallic thud, and Alex burst into the enemy vessel, his blaster at the ready. He moved quickly through the dimly lit corridors, evading Zarkan patrols. Reaching the engine room, he activated Lyra's device. The ship's systems flickered and dimmed, the Zarkan crew thrown into chaos. Alex targeted the main power conduits, setting charges with precision. As he detonated them, a series of explosions rocked the Zarkan ship, its engine sputtering and dying. The Horizon sensors detected the disruption, and Reynolds seized the opportunity. "All weapons, concentrate fire." With their lead ship disabled, the remaining Zarkan vessels hesitated, their formation breaking. The Horizon's cannons found their marks, sending the Zarkans into full retreat, as Alex made his way back to the boarding pod. He felt a rush of triumph. He knew this victory was only a reprieve, but it was enough for now. Rejoining the horizon, he was greeted with cheers and relieved smiles. "You did it, Alex," Lyra said, her eyes shining with admiration. "No," Alex replied, a smile breaking across his face. "We did it." Together, the horizon sailed onward, battered but unbroken, its crew united by the shared victory and the challenges still to come. The horizon glided through the darkness of space, its crew weary but triumphant. The Zarkan ships had retreated, leaving behind a shattered battlefield. On the bridge, Captain Reynolds allowed herself a rare smile. "Good work, everyone," she said. "Let's get the distress signal to the Galactic Council. We need to ensure they understand the Zarkan threat." Alex stood beside Lyra, who was still pale but determined. She had proven herself a formidable ally, and Alex felt a deep sense of gratitude and admiration for her. As they worked to compose the message, Lyra's voice was steady, filled with purpose. "We must warn them about the Zarkan's plans," she said. "They will not stop until they have what they want." Alex nodded. "We'll make sure they know everything. And we'll make sure they know how brave you are." The transmission was sent, and all they could do now was wait. The crew took the opportunity to rest, knowing the battle had only been a temporary reprieve. Alex and Lyra retreated to a quiet corner of the ship, away from the hustle and bustle of the bridge. "How are you holding up?" Alex asked, his voice gentle. Lyra smiled faintly. "Better, thanks to you. I never thought I would escape the Zarkans, let alone find allies willing to fight for me." Alex reached out, taking her hand. "We're in this together now. We'll protect each other." Their moment of quiet was interrupted by a chime from the communications console. The Galactic Council had responded. Alex and Lyra hurried back to the bridge, where Captain Reynolds was already engaging with the Council's holographic representatives. "We've received your distress signal, Horizon," said one of the Council members, a tall, imposing figure. "The Zarkan threat is indeed troubling. We will send reinforcements immediately." Relief washed over the crew, but Alex knew the danger was far from over. "Thank you, Council member. We must also share what we've learned about the Zarkan's intentions. They believe the Lyrans possess a weapon that could threaten them. They will not stop until they secure it." The Council members exchanged glances. "We will convene an emergency session to address this issue. In the meantime, Horizon, remain vigilant. The Zarkans are unpredictable." As the transmission ended, Captain Reynolds turned to her crew. "You heard them. We're to remain on high alert until reinforcements arrive. Let's stay sharp." In the days that followed, the Horizon's crew worked tirelessly, repairing damage and preparing for the next potential attack. Lyra spent her time in the lab with Alex, sharing knowledge about Lyran technology and culture. Their bond grew stronger, built on mutual respect and shared experiences. One evening, as they stood together on the observation deck, gazing out at the stars, Alex felt a profound sense of connection with Lyra. "You know, when I first received that distress signal, I had no idea what I was walking into," he said softly. "But I'm glad I did." Lyra turned to him, her eyes reflecting the starlight. "I am too, Alex. You've shown me a kindness I thought was lost in the universe." Before Alex could respond, the ship's intercom crackled to life. "All hands, prepare for arrival of the Galactic Council's reinforcements." The horizon shuddered as massive cruisers emerged from hyperspace, taking up positions around the ship. The sight was awe-inspiring, a testament to the strength and unity of their allies. Captain Reynolds addressed the crew. "Our reinforcements have arrived. We are no longer alone in this fight." As the reinforcements established a protective perimeter, Alex and Lyra stood together, their hearts filled with hope and determination. The journey ahead would be fraught with challenges, but they knew they could face them together. For now, they had secured a measure of peace. The Zarkan threat loomed, but with the support of the Galactic Council and the bond they had forged, Alex and Lyra were ready to face whatever came next. The stars stretched out before them, an endless expanse of possibility, and together, they would navigate the path to a brighter future.